everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a rematch of the NFC Championship game between two young competitive teams. It's Carson Palmer going up against Cam Newton. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover. Great moves in short areas.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 3rd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Charles Johnson off the edge. A long day for any offensive tackle.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Palmer firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. Palmer. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
The intended receiver was David Johnson. 3rd down here.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Third and 2, Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Newton on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and that'll bring up second down. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Second and 10. Newton again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's third down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Calais Campbell's one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
Throwing on third down, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Newton throwing again. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. The slot man in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. So a penalty. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself. but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Set. Wake up. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 20. Again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Jonathan Stewart, week 14, a touchdown, 66 yards. And, you know, earlier I asked you about Cam Newton and some of his struggles. You mentioned the O-line. Well, Jonathan Stewart had some injury time earlier this season as well. That didn't help things.
Did not help at all because running backs establish a rhythm. You know, week to week, they build on that, as well as understanding what their offensive linemen like to do. With the number of guys that have been in and out of the lineup, the changes they've had, it's made for a disappointing season on the ground for Jonathan Stewart, although he does have 8 touchdowns rushing.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Arizona trotting back onto the field, getting ready to take over on offense. It's interesting for this crew. You know, they badly needed a win in Week 14. Didn't get it, but still, they're not out of playoff contention. There's still a glimmer of hope.
And they've played like it on Sunday. I know they lost the game to Miami. We understand they lost in overtime. But they were really at a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Stewart on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ted Ginn, 26 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And defensively for Carolina, played well in Week 14. And remember, no Luke Kuechly, no Charles Johnson, but forced 5 turnovers, sacked Phillip Rivers 5 times as well.
They got a push from K.K. Short. K1 Short inside had monster season in 2015, a Pro Bowl player. Not the same production this year. That's what they've been counting on, and that really helped key their defense.
And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
1-18.
On second down, here's Palmer. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today. Against
Miami, Johnson up over 100 yards from scrimmage, and he's done that all 13 games so far this season. That ties Edgerrin James for the longest streak to start a year. Pretty impressive.
Really impressive. I mean, when you look at what he has done, especially on the ground, 80 yards in this game, catches it, of course, 41 yards against Miami, caught the two-point conversion that tied the game and sent it into overtime. There's simply not much that David Johnson can't do, and if their record warranted it, we'd be talking about him for the MVP.
Now Palmer on first down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Palmer now to throw on third down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down following the incompletion. Back to the air, Newton on second down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope, He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless. All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Brown, 34 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself. And that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Screenplay, Johnson. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10, Newton again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Another pistol look here. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And this one's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So second and 10 here.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
Stewart is the lone setback. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Second down. Here's Newton. And caught left side. Olsen. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw on second down is Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Newton on 3rd down. That's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Well, they won't get the touchdown, but they'll get the next best thing as they're able to convert on 4th down, and they'll be left with a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the run, Newton got it under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Marcus Golden from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And quickly they get to the line. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now Palmer to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go with Johnson. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They come out here in the eye. On 1st down, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.O. Moore coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Newton now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Third and long. It's Newton. And Ging's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Everyone's got four down. Set. 180. 20. Shift. Wake up. Check your hot read.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Well, Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Screen play, Johnson. And he's got room. boom, and give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Palmer now to throw on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Let's go, let's go.
Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Watch 35, watch 35. Let's get it. Come on now. Tighten up, tighten up. Check 26, check 26. On 80.
On second down, here's Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They come out here in the I. Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Panthers are set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
First and goal, defense, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart taking it in. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On third down, Palmer. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
This is caught inside the 15. 2 veterans there, Palmer to Fitzgerald, and even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing again here, Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
180, 180. Hey, one set. Check line 54. Line 54. We own this. Yeah. Wake up. Twist.
They go back to Stewart on 1st. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's going to fire one deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Now Newton on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first and 10, Newton looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.